If you're new to the real estate industry and you're looking to have success, it starts with a clear, structured plan. So today, what I'm going to talk about is a 4-week launch plan that will help you build habits, confidence, and a foundation for success when you launch your real estate career. When you're new to real estate, there's, one of the biggest things is let's talk about what it looks like first, right? Because you decide that you're going to take a real estate class, you go to class, whether it be live or online, you take your state and your national exams, and you do a lot of studying, you prepare and you pass and you're excited and you go to a brokerage and you get hired and you did it. You're a realtor and it's a great feeling. And now it's your first day on the job and you have absolutely no idea what to do. I hear that story a lot. We try to avoid that in my brokerage as much as we can. But if you're a new realtor out there, the first 4 weeks should set the foundation for your success. And I have it broken down for you here, what your first 4 weeks should look like. So if you're new to the industry, or if you're looking to relaunch your career because maybe you didn't do it right the first time, or if you're about to get into real estate, this is a great episode for you. Week 1, I call it foundation and familiarity. And what do I mean by that, right? Get oriented with your brokerage. I'm a believer that you should meet your broker. And I know that sounds like an obvious thing, but you'd be surprised how many realtors are out there that never actually had a face-to-face conversation with their broker. And look, if face-to-face is impossible, I mean, Zoom, a phone call, something, you should have some familiarity with your broker. You should learn your company's systems. Like, do they provide a CRM? What do they do as far as an email or whatever it may be? And, your social profiles, I think, you should know, you should follow your real estate company on their social media pages, right? I think that's a good thing. And I also think in that first week, you should create your personal brand basics because personal branding is the key to success in real estate. So what does that mean? Personal branding basics. Well, first thing you should do, you should write a bio about yourself. All right. And you should have like a short, almost like a bullet point version, and then a longer version of a bio. If you're someone who struggles with that, use a tool like ChatGPT or some other type of AI to help you with that. You should also get your professional headshots within your first week. You should create all your social media profiles. At the very least, it should be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Reddit. There's a ton of other social media sites that you could join. And you should get your announcement ready. Hey, good news, everybody. I'm a realtor and I've joined whatever brokerage that you've joined. That's what you should do in week 1. That's what it should look like. Now, week 2 is when you should start building your database, all right? And that starts with simply talking to people. I think in week 2, building your database, your goal should be to have 100 to 200 names in your real estate database. And it starts with family, friends, classmates, coworkers, neighbors, local business owners, all right? And you should have their name, their phone contacts. If you have their email, even better, all right? But you got to build that database, guys, because that is where your business is, whether you know it or not. People say it sometimes, your network is your net worth, right? It is who you know in real estate. You got to start building your social media presence, all right? You've created your business page in week 1. Now you have to actually start posting things there, all right? So something as simple as posting just 3 times a week, all right? And it shouldn't be all just listing. That people can block that out, all right? So when you're posting on social media, it should be a good mix of personal, educational content, local content, all right? Why did I become a realtor? What are the most, what do I do for fun in my area? All right. Whatever that may be. And the other thing that you should do in week 2 is hopefully at this point, you need to have some type of training set up as far as your contracts are concerned. You should be working through that at this point so you feel confident writing your contracts. Week 3 is when you start prospecting, right? You've built the database. Now it's time to start reaching out to them, all right? So your office probably already has like a buyer presentation and a seller presentation. You should take a look at that buyer and seller presentation and start practicing it, all right? And you should practice it before you actually sit down with a real buyer or a real seller. You should be confident when you're going over your material. You should be confident in how you explain it, and you only get better at that by practicing. And then you have to start your prospecting journey, okay? That's 5 to 10 people a day. Just reaching out to them, letting them know, hey, I'm in real estate now. If you know anybody looking to buy or sell, have them reach out to me. Talking to them about their business, how you could help them. That's what good prospecting looks like. I also think you have to start networking at this point. Get out there to some community events, all right? Work with your local chamber of commerce. Every community has like a community calendar. I mean, look, when I go to the grocery store, there's a bulletin board of the things that are happening in the area. That's a great place to start to meet people, to talk to people, to tell them what you do. And really, it is a great form of prospecting. And then learn the buyer and seller process, all right? So what do I mean by that? Week 3 is when you should maybe be attending an open house that one of the more senior agents in your office has, all right? You should be asking to go on ride-alongs with experienced agents. Hopefully you have a mentor at this point in time, all right? That's necessary to happen. And then you should begin, as I said, you're starting to go to these other events, local content creation. I can't tell you how important that is, guys. Hey, this is the place where I get my hair done. It's a wonderful place. If you want to get your hair done, I recommend there. Or this is why this is my go-to pizza shop in whatever town that you're in, whatever it may be. Create local content, help others in your community grow, and it's a natural thing for them to want to return that favor to you. Now, week 4, execute and expand, all right? So you're continuing your marketing efforts at this point. At this point, hopefully you're starting to work on some leads. If you attended that open house, did people show up? Are you on the phone with people? At this point, maybe you've made a decision to start doing some paid lead sources, all right? Or you're running social media ads, whatever it may be. This is when you start actively working with those leads, setting up showings, setting up appointments, all right? This is what you want to do in week 4. And I would say by week 4, you should at some point feel comfortable enough where by now you've been working with your mentor for a couple weeks. And the reason I bring this up is, look, it might not be the right mentor for you. And if that's the case, you need to go to your broker and say, hey, look, this mentor relationship isn't working out. Can I have a different person? All right. And then tell them what you're looking for. Hey, I want to work with a lot of buyers. So who is it that is our number one buyer agent? Would they be willing to take me on? Or sellers or whatever it may be. Explain what you're looking for in a mentor. And hopefully you have a great mentor relationship. And even if you do have a great mentoring relationship, I think now about 4 weeks in is when you should start looking for some professional coaching as well. I think if you could put this 4-week plan together, by the time you're done, you'll understand the way your brokerage works. You should be familiar with the systems. You should have a database now with maybe 200 or more contacts in it. You should have a consistent social media presence by now, a working understanding of how to fill out a contract, how to utilize the MLS, a great relationship with your mentor. Maybe you're starting your coaching journey, all right? Getting coaching, that is. You'll have a clear daily schedule of things that you should be doing. And all of these things are going to lead to eventually working with clients and easing your way into this business. So if you're a new realtor, or if you're someone just looking to launch your career, I have a great detailed outline of what these first 4 weeks look like. I also have an outstanding 90-day business plan for new or existing realtors looking to start their career, re-energize their career, or get their career back on track. If those are things that you're interested in, if those are things that you think may help you, please reach out to me. I'll send them to you for free because there's enough business for all of us out there, and we want to make 2026 your best year yet. Thanks for joining us for today's episode, everybody. If you want to hear more content, follow us at Real Estate Right Now Pod on YouTube. Once you're there, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you want to follow me directly, check me out. It's Dave Wychak at Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, all the socials that you're already using.